I just completed my first portrait mural and I'm not too upset about it. But for those of you who are portrait artists, please be gentle with me because this is my first one. So cut me some slack because I'm still learning and I don't know if I'm gonna do this ever again. In this video, I'm gonna take you through the process of how I created my first portrait mural. It was an experience from the beginning to the end. There was some new technology and some new techniques that I've never used. This is like the weirdest thing ever. How much better can it get, honestly? One of the hardest things about this mural was patience. That was it, patience. There was a lot of great things about this mural, but then there was also some bad moments. And I guess that's just part of being an artist. You just gotta figure it out, right? And if you're an artist and you wanna get into portrait art, make sure you pay attention because there's a lot of tips that I'm gonna give you that I think are gonna be beneficial for you. There's also a lot of things that I probably wouldn't do again. So pay attention. So as we already know, this is my first time ever creating a portrait mural, and this is also my first time using new technology such as the Metacquest 3. There has been a lot of hype about this, and I've seen a lot of other artists use it, and I thought it was only right if I were to purchase one and check it out for myself. In the beginning of using it, it's a little weird. It's very strange being in virtual reality, but the more and more you use it, the more you get accustomed to it, and you start to see how efficient this process can be. I personally like using projectors to project my design onto walls, and that has always been my go-to method. But that also requires it to be nighttime for you to use a projector, which can hinder your process. Having technology like this that can allow you to throw up a design in the middle of the day with the sun blaring on you is a game changer. So I'm telling you guys, check it out. And now that I got my design up, it is time for me to paint it. I'm gonna be using mostly spray paint to paint this mural. Going into the mural, I knew I had to be patient because this is a new style that I'm venturing into and I've never done it before. I had to learn the process basically from scratch. I've never worked with skin tones before and I never really understood the shadowing in faces. I mean, that's something that's very, very difficult for me, especially if you've just never done it before. My plan was to take it step by step. No rushing, don't try to push something that's not working, move on to the next thing and take it one step at a time because I really didn't want to overwhelm myself. And if you're an artist like me, you can get caught up into the details and the details will take you down a rabbit hole trying to fix it when you really are not getting anywhere with it. And I also kept reminding myself, this is your first portrait mural. You don't have to take it so serious. Have fun with the process and believe in yourself enough that the outcome is gonna be exactly how you planned it. Other things that go through my mind while I'm painting a mural like this or working on new projects that I have no idea what I'm doing is the fear of wasting money on something that didn't work out. A project like this cost about $250 with supplies. So if you think about it, putting money into an endeavor that you have no idea how it's gonna turn out, it's a little scary, especially for artists. But the way I look at it is as an investment. If you take your money that you've earned, your hard-earned money, and put it into a new style or a new technique or do something different than you normally do, this is something that's gonna pay off in the long run, whether it comes out great or it doesn't. Because if it comes out great, well then you add it onto your portfolio and you now learned a new skill and unlocked a new level in you that you didn't know existed. And if it doesn't work out and you failed and it didn't turn out the way you wanted to, at least you know now, and at least you can move on understanding what's for you and what's not. A lot of the things that stop me as an artist is my fear, and my fear is created by myself. I create and generate that fear by the stories that I create in my own head. And sometimes you just have to let that fear go by taking action and moving forward in a project that you have no idea how it's gonna turn out. And sometimes it is the best thing that you could possibly ever do for you, for your skill levels, for your creativity, and for your growth. And you're probably wondering, who in the world is this dude painting? This is my partner. I took this picture of her back in 2019 in New York City. I always thought this picture was so cool. I thought it was the perfect one to challenge myself to do a mural with. So yeah, that's my partner. Besides having extreme patience, my biggest challenge of this mural was painting my partner's scarf. Her scarf was extremely intricate and there was a lot of different shades of purple that I really didn't know how I was going to achieve. When working with spray paint, there's a lot of back and forth and a lot of layers. And once you understand those layers, you get the results that you want. Something that I learned was learning how to mix color and creating other colors while you're mixing those colors. It's something very technical and something that comes along with experience, but it's something you just have to, I guess, do to learn. Something that a lot of people don't know is when you're using professional spray paints, you have the option to buy different nozzles. And these nozzles allow you to get different results while spray painting. Some are small caps, some are larger caps, and some do intricate designs that I truly don't understand. But I painted this mural using the smallest cap possible. And the reason why is because it was a small mural. I mean, this mural is only 5 feet by 5 feet. So I want to make sure that I get as much detail as I possibly can. Something that helped me out so much while I was creating this mural was having some type of a stencil that allowed me to hit curves and avoid getting paint on other parts of the mural that I didn't want to get to. The way I did that is by cutting out sheets of this paper. This is a thicker type of paper that you can get that allows you to cut out different shapes or different curves that will allow you to stencil out your mural and help you not get paint on other parts of the mural that you don't want to get. So it is a lifesaver. So if I were you, I would consider getting something like this. I got mine on Amazon for about $10. So get you something if you want to start doing portraits. Just a tip. For those of you who are new to my channel, this mural is located on my studio. I built this mural wall outside of my studio about a year ago now, and it's probably one of the best things I've ever done for my studio. I now have a practice mural wall that I can create murals on the fly whenever I want, and it comes in handy when you want to learn a new skill or try something new that a client probably is not going to have a lot of confidence in you trying in their home, in their business, or whatever they want. If you have a space like mine, or if you have the ability to create a mural wall, especially if you want to start creating murals, a practice mural wall is probably going to be the best thing that you could possibly do for yourself. Keep learning and keep growing and keep trying different things. That's one thing that I'm very, very big on, is trying different techniques. I know that your style and what you do is very comforting for you, but in the long run, it's not gonna get you anywhere, especially if it's not pushing you to different levels. You could always go back to that style, or you could always revisit that style that you really love, but trying different things is really just gonna expand your creativity to the maximum level. And if muraling and art is something that you truly want to learn and grow in, doing different things is truly gonna push you to those next levels that you probably never, ever imagined. Because this mural is so small, using an airbrush to get the finer details at the end of the mural, it is a lifesaver. You'll be able to hit details that you really just can't get with a spray can, especially if you're just not that skilled with a spray can. And yes, I'm saying that I'm not that skilled with a spray can yet. Being skilled with a spray can to hit these finer details takes a lot of effort. And to be honest, it wasn't the type of effort that I'm looking to put in a mural that's basically for me. I knew that I wanted to excel in this mural and do it great, but I knew that I also wanted to be efficient. And the only way I was gonna be efficient is by using an airbrush to get some of the finer details and to hit some of the spots that I knew that I wasn't gonna get with spray cans. Yup. At this point of the mural, I am very comfortable where I'm at with the portrait and how it looks. I am satisfied with how it looks, and I truly think that this is as far as I can go. So now we're gonna work on the background. The background, I had no plan and no idea what I was gonna do. I wanted to wing it. I wanted to do something very abstract, very graffiti and street-like, and I gave it a go to see how it was gonna turn out. And after I revealed it, I quickly realized that I didn't like it. I truly didn't like it at all. Even though that's my style with graffiti embellishments, I just knew that I wanted to do something different. And I also wanted to show off the portrait and have the focus more on the portrait instead of the background. So I decided to start over and do it again. And that was that. I hope you enjoyed the mural. This project really took me to a different dimension. Honestly, it was one of the hardest things I have ever done, but one of the most satisfying projects that I have ever done, especially because it was for me and it wasn't for anyone else. And if you're an artist and you want to get into portrait art, please don't let anything stop you, especially yourself. We are our biggest critics and we will hold ourselves back as much as possible. Keep going and keep learning and keep having fun with the process. It's really not that serious, it's art. So enjoy the process, learn, and get creative with it. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe. I would love to hear your thoughts on my first portrait mural. That would really help me out. And if you want to support my channel, I think I just said subscribe, but subscribe again. Peace.